Okay, welcome back. On our last tutorial, we looked at creating a simple SIP panel. This is what we had before. And all we want to do now is we want to place some of these panels in a location on the building, and then we'll want to put a hole in some of them for a window, or perhaps even a door. So if I move this panel into place, and I'll keep the original one there, we'll put one here. And we can see my sole plate is not perfect, so what we'll do is we'll fix my sole plate. There we are. If you can't see what I've just done, I've made a gap for the OSB to come in. So there's one panel, and then what we'll do is we'll need to have a timber spline coming up and around and down. So we'll do that first of all, before we go any further. We'll take our timber, original piece, move it across, and we will place it just somewhere just now. We'll make it unique. We'll give it a name. So it's 2 underscore ZZ underscore TIM for timber, and it's a SIP spline. That'll be fine. The timber and the SIP. Right. And now we want this to be 145 by 38. We'll want this piece to be. So let's double check what we've got just now. 145 by 30. That's absolutely perfect. So we'll just maneuver this into position, and then we'll rotate it around on the blue axis. I'll press the up arrow, rotate 90, and then I'll just move this up, and I'll put it onto the top of the insulation, not the OSB. And then from here, I'll just duplicate this over, lock it on the red axis. That's not going to help, move it from there. Again, the red axis. Good. Now, what I would like to do with this piece, I'll have to make it unique, and I'm going to select this face here and pull it out a further 38mm. This is a double-sized stud. And I can then place another one of these panels along beside it. So there we are. We have 2 panels, and you can go around putting this timber in over here as well. And then I would put a piece of timber along the top of the same sizes. So let's do that just now. And I'll rotate that around the green axis. I need to move that up to 38mm. And what I'll need to do is make this unique. And we'll pull this along and match it to the end. and this binds the two panels together structurally. Now, obviously we don't want to live in a house without any openings or any windows and doors. We need to have openings of some sort. There's different types of openings that we can do. You can do them in a very similar way that we've done on our previous example. You have a lintel and a sill, as we've got in this timber frame example here. Or we can literally, if it's only a small hole or a small opening, we can actually just unashamedly just puncture a hole straight into it. So if I select a panel, make it unique, go into the panel, select the OSB, make that unique, make the insulation, because I can't modify it now, what I'll do is I'll hide some elements. I'll select the element, press hide, select that element, press hide. Go back into this panel, select the insulation, make that unique, select the OSB, make that unique. And let's assume that we want to have a window here. So I'll measure down my desired height. I'll just say 200mm. And I'll measure up my desired height from the bottom. Normally for me it would be 1.1 meters. 1100. And we'll pick an arbitrary point in. There we are. So if I select the OSB, I've got it selected. I'm in the edit mode for this. So if I do the rectangle tool, corner to corner, I can now select that panel. With that selected, I can now push and pull that sheet of OSB. And if I push it to the back surface, it now forms a hole. Come out, I select the insulation. The insulation is now selected. Double click. I'm now in the edit mode for the insulation. I use the rectangle tool, and I'm just going to go in from corner to corner. Now I'm going to select that surface and do the same thing, push that to the back face. That's now created a hole in the insulation. I'll now select the back panel of OSB, double click, I'm now in the edit mode for that. Rectangle tool, same as before, bottom and opposite corner, select that face, push and pull, and as before, push it to the back, have to snap it onto that back surface, and then it then creates that void for me. We're not quite finished yet. I now need to push back my insulation 38mm all the way around the perimeter. So let me just do that first of all. Select the insulation, edit the insulation, now in the edit mode, push and pull, down 38mm, select each face one at a time, 38mm, this one, push, 38mm, and let's do the top one now, 38mm. I can come out of that, and I should delete all of our guidelines, construction lines that we had. They were actually nested inside the OSB, so a bit troublesome if I don't delete them now. Right, there we are. There's the panel with the hole created. I'll now need to put in some timbers. Now, I've hidden some timbers before, so let's unhide them. So if I go to View, Hidden Objects, Show, select the objects and say Unhide. Unhide. I can now turn that off. Perfect. Now what I'll do, I'll select that top rail and I'll keep the original where it was, and I'll have to place it in, move that down, and then move that right into the back along the red axis, snaps there, and then obviously I'm going to make it unique, edit it, select that face, push and pull, and then just literally bring it all the way back till it hits that insulation here, come out once, select it, move it up, keep the original, and we'll move it up to that insulation there. And then I'll need to have two verticals. So select my timber, press move, keep the original, then I'm going to have to rotate it on the green axis 90 degrees, move it up so I can get the bottom of it somewhere, and then move that in into that corner, and hopefully just press make unique, always remember to do that, select that face, and pull that up to the top there, and we'll move that over, keep the original as before, move it on the red axis in my case, and then move that right into position. And now we have two SIP panels connected properly together onto the sole plate, and we have a window in one of them. So that's going to conclude that demonstration there. Thank you very much.